Hello there, Uncle Rusty here. Welcome back to Society Sunlit Valley. First of all, thank you to all the new subscribers and for all the love on the very first video. I don't know if we can replicate that, but you know, that's not why we're here. Welcome back. As you can see, it is nighttime. There are no mobs anywhere in sight, so you should be able to see that we are perfectly fine on top of the overworld. Now, a couple of things have transpired since y'all have been gone. I have built a little villager house. You'll notice, though, there are no villagers. There's a lot of beds. I may not or may not have robbed that entire village of their things, but they don't need it. We got a big old golem here, which I'm not too particularly worried about. However, you might be asking, how do we get villagers? Now, the first thing is we're going to check through the quest here on getting started, and you'll notice that I have the managing villagers here because we need a cartography table. Now, because there are no mobs on the overworld, I'm not worried about my villagers gallivanting and going every which place. However, I ideally don't want them to go everywhere they feel like they want to go. Now, if I remember correctly, somewhere in one of these chests, unless I don't have it, I have villager spawn crates somewhere. So, unless I'm blind, which I think I'm not because I kept them in my inventory, we have this villager spawn crate, and when we do this, we just 1, 2, 3, 4. And they'll go to bed and then eventually decide what they want to be, but this is how we get villagers in this particular mod pack. So we can mark that off, and now we want to unlock a phone. Now, a phone you can make or you can just buy. And ideally, I'd like to buy the phone, but I feel like I can make the phone as well, so I'm not too particularly worried about that. Now, the phone is going to help us contact all the villagers. And this is why you don't need a massive village for Society Sunlit Valley, is that you can either buy it from the banker. I believe he has the banker, but that's about 2,000 gold, or we can craft it, which I believe I should have everything I need to craft it. So we need glass, 2 pieces of iron, which I can get real quick. Put that in there, and then a stone button. Now, if I remember how to make a stone button, that would be great. How do I make a stone button? I forget how to make the very most basic things in Minecraft. I need a piece of cooked stone. That's fine. Alright, well, let's quickly do that. Now, my idea for today is to try and get through quest level 1 by constructing a farmhouse. Now, we need 64 cobblestone and 10 fire log. Now, there's 2 ways of getting this, and we're going to build our farmhouse somewhere over here. Now, you might be wondering, Uncle Rusty, what do you mean build a farmhouse? What do you even mean? Don't you have to mine up blocks and stuff? Yes, to a point. For now, we don't need to do that. Right now, I'm just going to sell. And you see, every morning we sell up and we get some gold. So we currently have 3 iridium coins. Now, you'll notice these farmlands are dry and I have to water them up. Now, again, I'm not too particularly worried about the villagers doing their own thing, because we don't have to worry about mobs. But I will say mobs still do spawn underground, and eventually we do want to do the Minecraft bit of this mod pack. Now, the Minecraft bit involves us getting diamonds so that we can get diamond armor and all that stuff, but again, not the conventional way you may be thinking. I also want to upgrade my tools, but I don't have a lot of stone, as we've all noticed. So let's make our phone, and we got a button, so we go 1, 2, there, and boom, we now have a phone. And once I put the phone down, there are all of our villagers. Now, the banker is all about banking stuff. The bard is all about musical stuff. The barkeeper, we can like buy vegetable pizza slices and stuff like that. But it is pretty expensive. I mean, like crusty bread, that's pretty expensive. But you want to up your food diversity, so I'm going to buy some bread. And then... that's not what I wanted to do, thank you. I don't know why you think you would just eat that. The blacksmith allows us to buy like copper ingots, iron ingots, zinc, all the stuff we need. But the important part is these smithing template upgrades. Carpenter allows us to buy a whole bunch of bricks for decorational purposes and all the other stuff. I'm not going to go through every single one unless you ask me in the comment section. So only then will I be answering your questions. Until then, I want to get a whole bunch of seeds. So I have a lot of money, and the nice thing is your money is attuned here to everything. So I want to go, I believe it's the farmer. The farmer does not have the seeds, so it has to be the market. So again, we want anything in spring, and I'm just going to buy like a whole lot of seeds here. So ideally, I'm going to buy 15 of each. And if I can make it happen, I will. But this is how we are going to make money in this mod pack. And just, there's no easy way to do this. If I right click it, it's going to buy a whole stack. And I don't want to stack because, you know, that's a lot of money I'm spending. But I'm going to make a chest for each and every season. And what I ideally want to do is once we build our farmhouse, I want to have a little storage facility where I can buy crops for each season. I bought one more than I should have. I'm also going to buy this lychee or lychee or whatever it is you want to call it. I don't know how people pronounce it. You can tell me in the comment section if I'm wrong or not. But I'm going to plant these 2 trees over here, right by all the, you know, the fruit and stuff. And then eventually they'll grow. Huzzah. And I'm also going to just quickly take these trees down. I don't know why he's hiding behind the tree. I would love to understand what he's doing. Now, some of you guys have said you guys would like to see me build the buildings I'm going to be making. So if you want to see that, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to do that for like next episode preparations and things like that. This is a very chilled out, relaxed one. I would advise you play this with me and then let me know how your farmland is going. Right. So I am going to plant like an absolute mad lad giga chad up in here. Now, I would like to get a bucket so that I can make an infinite water source at least, so I don't have to worry too much about wanting to, you know, run up and down a hillside to collect a pail of water. Because we all know what happened to Jack and Jill, and if you don't know, you're way too young to be here. But I'm going to teach you. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down, the economy suffered. COVID happened, and then Jill came tumbling after. That's exactly what happened. I might not have enough seeds for this. Are you kidding me? How many do I still need? This is going to be upsetting. I don't want this not done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 more seeds. Let's go buy 12 more seeds of something else. Market. Why not? Wait, no. Hold on. I have... What am I doing? Okay, I have way too many seeds. It's fine. All right. I thought I had no seeds. Turns out I'm just blind. So yell at me. Please do. I actually want you to admonish me for the terrible farming I'm doing. Perfect. Now comes the long, arduous part. They might be asking me, but Uncle Rusty, what about sprinklers? Yes, sprinklers are going to come in handy way later. But for now, we're going to do the old big farm trick and just, you know, do the run around, get water, cry because we have to go up and down getting water kind of deal. That's the problem here, is doing this part. And I don't have what I need. Now, how do I get back up here without, you know, having to go around and around and around? This should be the way. There we go. All right, perfect. I hope that'll be enough water, but I do plan to get some iron so that we can get a bucket. Once I get a bucket, that'll sort everything out. My camera's a little off-center, but it's okay. I'm sure you guys will tell me what I need to improve the very next episode. So, ideally, I want to get this done. And it's already 2 p.m., so it's... This kind of stuff takes long. I would advise, if you can, play with a friend. It'll make a lot of things go a lot quicker. If you haven't played Stardew or Coral Island or anything like that, then you won't know that playing with a friend in this particular situation is a godsend. Like, it goes so much quicker. You'll see now, I'm going to have to make a double run back to get everything. Now, some people asked if the nether exists in this mod pack. The correct answer you're looking for is yes. The nether does exist, and the nether is about as dangerous as you can think. Not going to lie to you, the nether is still a fairly dangerous place. Oh, look how cherry tree grew. And if you look here, boom, cherry tree. Cherries. Boom. Just grab all the cherries. That's what we want. Perfect. Now, once that is done, I'm just going to grab the cherries. Now, I would sell everything, but we don't need to sell right now. It's not like a huge thing. And the reason for that is we need to make a bounty board. A bounty board is going to allow us to make a prize ticket. Prize tickets give us a prize ticket counter, and the prize ticket counter gives us prizes. Those prizes can be anything good or bad, depending on how generous the game feels. Now, this is ideally where we want, you know, rain to happen. it would have been lovely if this was a rainy day, but unfortunately, you can see I'm like a Wendigo. I don't like that. And ideally, I would like to upgrade this copper can eventually. I'm not going to lie to you. This running back and forth does not work for me. I'm going to tell you that right now. And I'm pretty sure it doesn't work for you as well. I know you watching this right now, probably yelling at me, going, why? Why would you do it the hard way? You can make a bucket. And you know what? You're not wrong. But I've committed. So I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing. And once I'm done doing what I'm doing, I'm going to do the smart thing and make an infinite water source. So that I don't have to do the dumb thing that I'm doing by doing this one at a time. Now, can I upgrade my watering can? Yes. But I feel like that's a waste of resources because once we get sprinklers, we never have to worry about the watering can ever again. We do. We never have to worry about the watering can ever again. So my main goal is to get as many upgrades done as possible. Now, with that being said, I'm going to upgrade my tools. I'm going to grab these brass coins. And I'm going to go to the smithing table, and let's just get some stone tools. That's what we're going to do. There we go. A shovel, a hoe, and an axe. Now, you might notice we don't lose durability. Now, I will say you still can die in this mod pack. There's very much a reality that you can still die. You can fall down to your death. You can still find illagers, although they don't really bug you in this particular mod pack. But you can still die. And there's also tree fertilizer. Now, you'll notice our tree has grown really nice. But what if I just make my tree grow? Boom. Tree fertilizer is the way to grow your stuff. Bone meal will not work. And before anyone tells me, yeah, but you can make bone meal. No, bone meal does not work in this mod pack. Ergo, I'll show you. You take the bone meal, and let's take this crop, for instance. Bone meal is too weak to grow this. So understand that bone meal can only be used in fertilizers and a whole bunch of other stuff. So we want to ensure that our bone meal go into fertilizers. Now, I do have a backpack, I believe. So I'm just going to grab this. And I didn't give this to myself. I gave myself an extra chest to start. You don't have to, but you'll make a backpack and it'll kind of sort you out. I don't know why the game is not registering it. There we go. And we'll complete that quest. What am I doing? I seem to forget how to play this game. Perfect. Now, we want to get 64 cobblestone and 10 fire logs. Now, you might be asking me, Rusty, what is a fire log? What is this madness you are speaking of? Well, I'm going to show you. There are two ways of getting a fire log. Number one, chopping down any tree gives you a random chance to get a very specific book that has a chance to drop fire logs when chopping down a tree. However, I've yet to find this book, and I believe with the update, they've made it even rarer to get this particular book. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on getting the logs. Now, the logs you can turn into fire logs by putting them in a 6 square. So I'm going to hope that I have enough, which I don't. So I'm just going to grab more, and I'm going to chop down wood in the hopes that I can find what I need. I'm also just going to grab any berries on the way here, because that's good for selling, and that's what we want. I'm also seeing mushrooms, which is also good for selling. So we definitely want to be grabbing those. Ah! Oh. Oh, okay, that's, number one, they gave me a heart attack. I didn't know that would happen. Hello, oh wise one. Can I speak to you? I apologize. Something's here. Oh, I did not know that. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, be careful when chopping down trees. Apparently, there are wise old tree beings that you don't want to anger. Great. Okay, cool. Fantastic. Now I gotta watch out for that. That's fantastic. Beware of the forest, all ye who chop. I don't like that. That was deeply horrifying in every way, shape, and form. There's the book. All right, you'll see this book. This is called Withering Logs, and it says, right-click to learn the skill. Trees have a 15% chance to drop fire logs, and that's what we want. We want fire logs. Fire logs are going to ensure that we get everything done that is necessary for us to to build a giant farmhouse. Now, before you get me in a rush here, I know we still have to go underground because we need to get cobblestone, which is something we definitely have to get. I'm going to grab these potatoes because it's great for selling. And then how many logs do I have? 2. We need 10. I believe the quest says we need 10. We need 10. So I can probably make, which would be quicker to do. So I'm going to show you how we do this. I'm going to chop down this final one. And then we're going to go, and that's it. I will show you, Mr. Tree Man. Look here. I'm not deforesting. Oh, nice. Is that lettuce? Nice. I'm not deforesting. I'm making sure that the forest lives on. Okay? Before you send all the angry treants of Mordor at me. Look here. See? Happiness? Okay, cool. He's going to kill me. He's going to murder me in my sleep. He is. I'm going to sleep, and there's a giant tree just hugging me, brutally squeezing my insides as they pour out of my mouth in a most vitriol and violent of Mortal Kombat deaths I experience. All right, perfect. Now, we go to the crafting table, and you take the wood, and you put them in a 6x6, and boom, we now have more fire logs. Now, the problem is, I'm still a little short, so I'm no longer short. There we go. Boom, fire logs. Put these away. I kind of want to keep the maple sapling for other purposes, because I kind of want to put a forest in and around on us, just so that the tree gods, you know, feel like they don't have to murder me in my sleep. Put this around here so that they don't get all kinds of mad. But now we have what we need there. Now I need to go and farm up 64 pieces of cobblestone. And I kind of want to do this safely because I don't want to die. Because we don't have armor. You'll notice that we don't have armor. Armor also works very differently in this mod pack. I'm dying. All right, so I'm going to put everything away. I do want to take some torches. And the reason I want to take the torches, number one, let's just do this thing before I get yelled at. And put this away. I do want to get some torches, but for future proofing purposes and that I don't upset everyone watching this, let's just get the infinite water source sorted so that I don't have to go up and down with my watering can. 1. Thank you. Alright, perfect. Hopefully this will still work the way I think it does. There, and what a beautiful night sky. Ah, you forget how pretty Minecraft can be. You really do. Those look like jellyfish. You'll notice there's also a very abundant sea life here. And we'll eventually get to fishing. Fishing is one of the big things that we need to do in this mod pack. Fishing is a big part of it. And I will explain to you why it's a big part of it. Now, I'm going to sell up a little bit here. So sell. I'm going to keep that. I wish I could sell the dirt. But then again, I suppose you can break the game that way. Doing it the way that we have done. All right, perfect. Now, to the mines we go. There we go. Now, no one can yell at me. I have my infinite water source, so I don't have to go up and down. Let's go find a nice place where we can dig safely and start getting some cobblestone. I might just dig into the mountain here. I wonder if this tree and boy will, you know, just leave me be to do my own thing. If he's eventually just going to creepy crawl his way towards me and murder my face. I'm pretty sure it's going to be that one, though. All right, 64 pieces of cobblestone, and I see a nice digging area, so I'm just going to get to it. And we're just going to dig for 64 pieces of cobblestone so that we can build ourselves a nice big farmhouse that is going to supplement everything we need to make sure everything that I want to do is ready. Like, especially the organizing part. The organization part of this is what I really am after. And then eventually, we can start looking at farm animals. But for now, I want to build a house. I do. A house I feel is necessary to make sure that we are cozy and we don't live among the villagers. They kind of, you know, have a little BO problem. And I don't want to say anything. I don't want to be that guy. But, you know, you gotta sort out that BO. You know? You know what I mean? It is a little dark in here. Now, I wonder how far I have to go before mobs start spawning. No. All right. We have our 64 pieces. Whoa. That's a big cavern. Can definitely look to mine down here. That's for sure. Oh, look at my beautiful shadow all the way over there. Hello. How do you do? Ooh, pumpkins. I know I'm getting slightly distracted, but like I said in the previous one, pumpkins are great for selling. So if you find these in the wild, just grab them. And once you grab them, you'll be able to make some seriously good money early on for yourself. I'm also just going to grab this coal because why not? We need more coal, right? So the more coal we get, the easier my life is. We're luckily also at a beach area. So if we want to make a beach house, we can. I'm just digging up here because it looks like someone's house got blown up here. It's a free torch. I'll just grab this. Why not? You know, why not? You can always deal with a free crafting table and such. Nothing wrong with that dirt. I thought there might be something hidden in it. All right, where's my house? I feel like there's my house. Okay. Now, we can still die from fall damage, so you ideally don't want to die. Don't do what me do and get dead. That sounded like a very terrible sentence, but I promise you, if you follow that advice, you won't die. There's some nice seeds we can grab again. Right in the wild. I wonder if I'm going to make it home before 6 a.m. The clock is ticking. I don't think I will, though. In time to sell these pumpkins? Probably not, but we'll see now. Got like 30 seconds to go. Ooh, it's going to be tight. It's going to be real tight. Now, I would love for it to rain. I made it. I'm a genius. Look at that. I made it. No one's going to tell me I didn't make it because I made it. Oh, yeah. All right. Put the seeds away. Now, we have our sheer amount of cobblestone and everything else. Now, again, before I build, we need to do this. We need to ensure that our crops are nice and watered and saturated. And, you know, I'm also just going to eat my crusty bread for saturation. So, don't mind me eating crusty bread. Don't know why the bread is crusty, but I'm not one to complain. Food is food, right? All right, there we go. And now you can see what you all have been saying. It's so much easier if there's a water source like right here instead of, you know, worrying about everything else. And now, once I've leisurely watered this, we are going to build a nice big farmhouse. Now, you can build a lot of your buildings in Society Sunlit Valley this way, so you don't have to build your own buildings if you're not like a professional builder. I'm not a professional builder based on, you know, you can see by that block house, that Tetris block house. It's not my finest work, but, you know, I try. I feel like a lot of Minecrafters try, but some people are more apt at building in the game, and some people are more apt at slaying the Ender Dragon. I am more apt at watering crops. As you can see here, I'm a master crop water. You are in the way, so don't you come and when you're on my farmland, all right? Oh, villagers. The audacity. Honestly, it's the audacity for me. It's purely the audacity of them walking on my hard work farmland and then wanting to walk in the way of me watering them and then them complaining. Like, can you imagine being that unbelievably rude in life? Imagine. Just imagine being those guys. Don't be those guys. Please. If there's one thing and one piece of advice I can give you in life, is don't be those guys. Perfect. So this is going about as slow as you can get, and this is why sprinklers eventually will be a great thing to do. But I'm not worried and focused on sprinklers right now. I am focused on this. I do apologize if I cough. I'm still recovering from being ill, so there's just those things that happen. You know, it's something that happens to all of us. All of us get sick, even gingers. Even the most healthy of people get ill from time to time. All right, perfect. 6 more to go. And then this is the part y'all have been waiting for. The infinite build of the house that's going to blow your mind. Now, we want to pick a very nice spot to build this house. And when I say build this house, if I open up my quest book and I say construct a farm, all right? I do mean construct a farm. So what we want to do is we want to submit this. So you open your quest and you'll click on submit and click on submit. And it's going to give us a blueprint. Now we can pick a nice blueprint here. I kind of like Vibrant Town. But there's a lot we can do here. There's a cherry one. I'm going to go with Vibrant Town. And now if you right-click the ground. All right, never mind. Ah! I didn't even get a preview. My house is over water. Oh, well, wait a minute. Don't tell me that my entrance is over the part that has the water. There's no way. Oh no, here's my entrance. Well, welcome to my farmhouse, everyone. Very nice little niche little place. You can see up here, there's like a nice bedroom. There's a fireplace coming through here. It's a very quaint little farmhouse. I like it. I would build an ocean view, but you know, an ocean view has been taken away from me. But this is one of the many farmhouses that you can build for your farmhouse. Now, like I said again, this built without showing me a preview, which, you know, upsets me greatly because this might not have been the place I wanted to build. So I might just have to, you know, move some stuff here. But welcome, this is the house. And as you can see, I didn't lift a finger. All I did was make the house go. And that is what happened. That is exactly what happened. And now we have a nice little farmhouse where we can go and store some chests and really just get everything sorted. Now, I'm probably not going to show you guys me fixing up this ramshackle amalgamation of what happened. But I don't like my house floating like this, in all honesty. It gives me severe anxiety. So I'll probably sort this out off camera. And then you guys don't have to see this pain. Because it's going to upset me for the rest of eternity. For as long as I live. But we have a farmhouse now. And as you can see, it walks right through into our lovely farmhouse garden next to the villagers. And this is really what I wanted. We now have completed quest 1. And we have our farmhouse. Now, I don't know why it didn't give me the phone quest. Because it's supposed to give me another phone. But we'll make sure that this is the villager's phone. So I'm just going to take it off and put it in my hand. Always remember when you want to complete the quest, keep the item in your hand. I'm going to put it there. And now I have my own phone. And I get a red phone. I would have liked the blue phone. I'm more of a blue phone person kind of guy. But, you know, I'm not going to complain. And then I'll just put the phone right by the fireplace, right? That's a great place for a phone, right? Right? The fireplace? Oh, you know it. Now, we could decorate this place, and that's what I'm going to do eventually. But for now, I'm going to go and take my bed. That is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and take my bed out of this madness. And I'm going to move it. C'est la vie, nerds! Enjoy your house. I've built me a beautiful mansion. And I'm going to move upstairs. Don't know why I would put a ladder for upstairs, because that just feels like maintenance. Put it right there. And there we go. Beautiful house. Done and dusted. We have a nice, cozy farmhouse where we can go out, tend to our crops, and get everything sorted. So there you go, everyone. That is what we wanted to do, right? That is exactly what we wanted to do. Now, these lychees are still growing, which is fine. I'm going to grab some more of these cherries. And then we are going to focus on quest number 2. Now, durability does not exist in this, like I said, and these are all foraging things. But I do want to make a bounty board. So we need 3 brass coin, 2 logs, and 4 planks. So let's make that bounty board. And I am going to put it up in my house. So 1, 2, 3. 3 brass coin. Really? And then I need 2 planks. Do I have any planks? Now that I think about it. Yeah. 1, 2 planks and the other. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. And a bam. Bounty board. Now this bounty board is going to help us a lot. It is going to help us a lot. And I am just going to leave it in my house because the bounties are going to help us fulfill some stuff and get tickets. Now we just need 1 prize counter. And I think what I'm going to do is... I think I'll put my bounty board like right in the middle here once I've got a place to put it on. But I also think the bounty board might just sit nicely over there. Now, we can do 3 beers, 3 hops, and mayonnaise. It's not ideal because I would preferably like other stuff there. But we have a bounty board and it's going to give us some decrees. Now, if we open these and we put our decrees in there, it's going to give us some other stuff that we can do. We can put in there. Isn't this what you wanted? There we go. Decree in spring. Now, we need to leave that for a day and then it'll start giving us what we want. And now we can fulfill bounties that will give us what we need. And then eventually we want to get this prize machine. That prize machine will make some really, really, really cool stuff. Now, onward to number 2. We want a fishing rod, a farming, and producing animals. Now, we could make a loom, which we want wool from, but we need to get sheep for that. There's a whole nother kettle of fish to sort that out. Now, before I go, I really just want to sort out the bottom part of this. I know I said I wasn't going to show you, but before I go, I need to do this because it's upsetting. And I know it's not the complete thing, but I'm going to do this because it's upsetting. And I know all of you out there who are watching this right now are saying the exact same thing. It's painful. It's speaking to you. You can't have it happen. So I agree 100%. It cannot happen this way. Boom. There we go. That feels better. And I'm actually going to take my bounty board. It still hasn't done what it needs to do. And it's weird that you can't take a bounty board off with just any old tool, but it's fine. That is not my bounty board. But here we go. I'm just going to put it right over here. That's not in the middle, but it's fine. It's actually not fine. That is not in the middle. That is deeply upsetting. Why are you not in the middle? Okay, you know what? We'll just leave it where it was. I'll do something with the little garden patch there. That is a crafting table. Oh, I'm going to ignore it before it upsets me greatly. One over here. There, and I'm going to put the furnace right here by the fireplace. There we go. Put a little coal in there. Perfect. Our house is now in the middle of the house. I love it. There we go. Look at the beautiful sunset as we walk over to another evening. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, please do consider leaving a like, subscribing for more Society Sunlit Valley. I'm going to be going through this. If you are playing this as well, let me know how you would go about this, how your farm is going. And if you have any tips and tricks for me to share with everyone else, let me know. And until next time, Uncle Rusty says, plan your place of living before you go.